with 976 Tuna. Hey everybody, welcome on board the Spitfire out of Redondo Sport Fishing as we're getting set on another great 976 Tuna charter, and we're so happy you're about to join us. During this time of the year, the Yellowtail bite at Catalina Island was really good. But before we headed over to the island, we had to stop just there in the Santa Monica Bay, just a few hundred yards outside the Topaz Rock Jetty, to snag some mackerel. And I'll tell you, the adults and the kids had a ball putting bait on the boat. And we got a little help from our friends over there on the new Sunbeam as they brought us plenty of sardine along with some more mackerel. And then Skipper Craig Sawa decided to kick it for Catalina, and off we went.
Come on, let's go!
Go! Talk about a lovely day at the island, and just like Craig said, those mackerel paid off. Snagging those mackerel really came in handy. You're getting a little lesson right now in Yellowtail 101, and that is to keep that fish right in front of you. And if the skipper's got to help out, well, you see Craig here doing just that, getting that angler around the corner, getting him up and over and under rods, making sure he's all free, and then ultimately handing the rod back so the angler can fight the fish. It's really important to keep those things in front of you, so when your line moves to the left, you move with it. If it moves to the right, just follow it on down, and you'll put a nice big yellowtail on board, just like this angler did. Just a beautiful fish, no question about it. And here at our home base of Catalina Island, the late summer and fall months are so beautiful. As you can see, the ocean's absolutely flat, calm. Normally you lose the wind, and all kinds of fish start to show up, including yellowtail, and sometimes we have kelp patty dorado and even more yellowtail. The marlin bite takes off around our beautiful island of Catalina. It's a wonderful time. And here, Tommy Watson is just tied into the biggest yellowtail on this day on the Spitfire. In fact, it'll give him jackpot honors as he fights a really nice big 14.
Here. Get it. Get a wine. Get a wine. Yeah. Get a wine. Oh, never mind. White down.
Yellow swimming through the stern.
One more wine. One more wine. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wine. Yeah. Well, that's one more red. That's all right.
A nice 14-plus pound yellowtail for Tommy, and as usual on 976 Tuna Trips, their special jackpot, Tommy taking the lead in the two-day tuna trip on the new low end. Tommy's the leader. More yellowtail as the action just did not slow down one bit. Skipper Craig up in the bow with another big fish, and a gentleman that we met on board, Alonzo. I told him right when I met him in the morning, looking at his gear and looking at the way he was handling himself, I got my money on you, Alonzo. You're going to catch some fish. And he's a fine angler, but he's even a finer gentleman. It was great to see him tie into a nice yellow and put it on board the Spitfire.
Yeah! Spitfire! Hey, this stuff's starting to bite everything! Come on, you guys, get a bait in there!
Great job, Alonzo. I'll tell you right now, folks, from top to bottom, from the owner, Christine, and her daughter, Angie, to the entire crew of the Spitfire, you won't find a finer operation anywhere in Southern California. They really treat you great. They'll help you get rigged up properly. You can see Derek down there on deck working hard to make sure guys are doing it right, following their fish, have their drags adjusted properly, are making sure that they're casting out in the right location. It's a joint effort. It's a group of people that have come together, and it's Spitfire sport fishing at its finest. You won't find it any better. Beautiful yellowtail. It seemed like every single mackerel we tossed out there was an instant bite. And while we're talking about casting mackerel out there, it's a good idea to talk about the tackle that you're going to use. You can get away with heavier string when you're fishing with the mackerel. So 25 to 40 pound mono and a nice 3/0 to 5/0 size hook. Steve will tell you a little bit more about that in a second.
Steve, good job, buddy.
Thank you, Phil.
What'd you do? You lost a couple before that?
Yeah.
They're biting, aren't they?
Yeah, as soon as you get a bait in the water, they're hitting hard.
Yeah. What pound mono are you fishing?
25.
And they're biting it no problem?
25 with 25 floral.
Right on. Keep at it.
All right, that fluorocarbon really did seem to make a difference, and you can drop over to Baja Fish Gear in Lomita, California. If you're ever in the neighborhood, see Steve. Go over there, see Steve and the owner, Ed, and make sure you say hi for us. Kenny Mack onto a nice bonita, and there was a ton of bonita mixed up with these yellows. We had close to 40 yellows and all the bonita you could possibly want. As you can see, bonita are one of the hardest fighting game fish in the sea. Kenny shows off a beauty. This fine angler brought his spinning gear out and he walloped him. He had a great day. It seemed like every time he looked back there, he was hooked up on another yellow or another nice bonita. Beautiful yellowtail. And then there was the family from Playa del Rey that came out with us as you watch another angler hooked up. Two daughters, Isabella, Daniela, and Ingrid, her mother, and also her father, Mike. Very first time out on a sport fishing boat, and they went out and had the absolute times of their life. Watch a couple more fish come on board, and then we'll catch up with that family and see how they do on their first time on the water on a sport fishing boat, trying to catch yellows and bonita. And here is Donella, and it's her very first bonita, in fact, her very first saltwater fish. And she said, man, did these things pull hard. She was pooped out after this battle, but did she do a fine job or what? Following that fish up and around the bow, really doing a great job and having the time of her life on a sunny, beautiful day at Catalina Island.
Keep following them up front. Walk forward, you know. Good job. What boat did you catch that on? Hey, get in there with these. Look at all these bonita coming on. Yeah.
All smiles with her first bonita on the iron.
Join the party. What a great shot.
Yeah, just wide. Oh, listen, you know what to do now.
Big and small fish were coming on board all day long. It was an absolute ball. And Donella's mother, Ingrid, said, hey, wait 1 second. I'm not going to be outdone by this. So she got onto a nice video that did a great job. And because it was her first fish, the dare went out. Are you going to eat the heart or not?
Good.
Excuse me.
It's a little one.
Oh, itsy bitsy. Let's see it.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Here we go.
Oh,
Oh.
it's gone.
Already?
Yay!
She swallowed.
Yeah, it was fun.